control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd and long for Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials.
There goes Duke Johnson. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. Hill shedding the tackle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he is is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll throw with Kessler. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Kaiser on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A first down carry here for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second down, Kaiser. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Kessler. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag. Down. Let's check in with our referee. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. It's Coleman here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons add on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And here now come the Falcons. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. Freeman with a fat Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down, Johnson. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Crowell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Johnson again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They'll run with Crowell. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Kaiser 20. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And he knocks it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Now Kessler throwing on second down. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but that is defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on third. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Falcons add on. Point after now from Catanzaro. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Let's go!
Johnson on the counter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Second down following the run.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go!
Again, it's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Corral. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a second straight play right at the line of scrimmage.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
6 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Browns a 1st down. And the counter. It's Crowell. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On the toss, here's Johnson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Browns on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Kaiser now to throw on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now it's Crowell. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4. You've got a tough decision to make. Very gutsy play here, and they pick up the first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Now a handoff. Johnson, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go!
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
Come on, let's go! Flex round!
4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Kaiser. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here we go!
On 3rd down. That's Connor. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go, Detroit! 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 All right, here we go.
Oh, Kessler looks to throw it. It's incomplete. Shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run it. Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Throwing now, Kessler on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Derek Rivers in there to get him, and that sack